EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we wrap up this Thanksgiving weekend with a compelling matchup, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Indianapolis Colts. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Richardson will throw to start out here. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. You talk about this Giant defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
Trying to fit it in the middle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Now for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is taking it right down Broadway. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
First and 10, Taylor now. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On first down, Richardson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. And motioning left, that's Pittman. On second down, it's Taylor. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Third and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Now Richardson. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he returns this to the 22. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And let them have their hand in themselves.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Richardson. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
Here's 3rd and 3. Richardson looking to throw this. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Colts first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn to it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kayvon Thibodeau. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Pick it up.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Richardson looking to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Now Jones. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Jones. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. This one complete to Doolin. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 63 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 5. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. The Colts at 4-7 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they
touchdown Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are back within a score. And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Extra point by Gaines, up and good. That'll make our score 14-7. touchdown. Here's Gay to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs. In the top 5 in the NFL, it's all a mindset. And I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw. Jones. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Right to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And this one is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Fielded at about the 28. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Campbell. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, They were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Downs going in motion right. Second down, another run with Taylor. And not much room there, so he'll get it up only to about the 21. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
3rd down and 10. Back to throw. Jones. That is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Hyatt has got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Jones on 1st and 10. For a left side, complete. That's Campbell. And the Giants are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. Gets this to Saquon Barkley out of the backfield. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
Ready?
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1.
Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauton, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down now, Sheldon. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 10 yards, good for a giant 1st down. A handoff, Barkley running left. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. The tight end in motion right. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Oh, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now Richardson now going to fake the jet sweep, and he'll throw off play action. He's got him in, complete. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 68 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line. So if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple of more times.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Taylor again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I don't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you... Touchdown, Colts! Dawson Knox, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, Where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here. We're going to battle you to the end.
The extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones completed to Hyatt. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Up the middle with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the 2nd half and take over.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now the pitch goes to Taylor. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Again, it's Taylor. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now Saquon Barkley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State.
Okay, here we go.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Barkley inside handoff. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Deonte Banks there on the stop.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and 9. Here's Richardson to throw. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
This now a 3rd and 4. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion.
Okay, we've seen plenty of games. We've been there before. They thought they had this one over with. If they could have stopped them right there on that down, now they've got to continue to play. That's going to be tough.
That's tough because it was such great coverage. They had them blanketed, especially there in the secondary, but, hey, took off and found a way. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Richardson to throw off play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Past the 20, and he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Let's go now.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now a 2nd and 10. Yeah, Richardson yet again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there. They were right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. That is caught downfield. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. On 1st down, Sheldon, and room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. All you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Giants add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. A try here for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here comes 2nd down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, look good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. Now Richardson. Finding Pittman. Shifts past him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10. On the draw is Taylor. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use them on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And his carries tonight, they're getting up there. So maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Richardson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. One last shot for Richardson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for the Giants, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.